Welcome back to Alphablocked. Starting off immediately at Barbarian Assault. For the first and only time, Alphablocked gets to be on the main screen because we are doing the attacker role. Now, I brought the dragon sword instead of the whip to try to make this easier on myself. We could have went with the whip. Both of them have 3 out of the 4 options. But the options are in different places for the whip. With the dragon sword, I just need to remember this isn't controlled. So, accurate, aggressive, and defensive are still in the same place. So, hopefully, we can just remember to not use Alphablocked as the attacker when controlled is the stance. Heading down, we get the attacker horn. So that is all 4 horns and the other necessary items for Barbarian Assault unlocked. Now we just need to get enough points. So we'll see how many attacker points we can get from just going through one round here. Let's get to it. Done. In 37 minutes, 14 seconds. Excellent. That's our best time yet. Helped having 2 attackers. But there were a few times when healer was the last thing I was doing, so overall, very good. And we got enough attacker points. So I just need to switch up the rounds, switch up the rolls a little bit. Put Alphablocked back on collector. And then do a few rounds to get this up to the 375 that I'm going to need. Might as well do that now. And it shouldn't be too many rounds. And it'll be the easy ones too, so yeah. Let's get this finished. And there is all the points I'm going to need in the collector roll. So I'm abandoning myself because we're done here. If we check the rewards, we've got enough for the fighter torso. But of course that starts with F, so we can't actually get that right now. But we should be done with Barbarian Assault. So that's good. In a completely shocking turn of events, not really, I need more money again for more things that I want to purchase. So we're headed back to Barrows, where I am completely due for a 200 chest dry streak. But I'm not going to worry about that. Instead, I'm just going to go get back-to-back drops and double chests and yeah. Or maybe not. We will see. Back at it again, at Barrows. Just 157. Guthin's plate body. So, the 200 dry streak has not started yet. And that is a duplicate. So that is money. Very good. Chest 163. A Darox helm. Neat. We are still well above drop rate. Again. And we have a Darox helm to sell. So that's good too. And an elite clue scroll to drop on the ground. Barrows. Darox chestplate. Chest 169. I feel like that's going to be on the upper end of value for Barrows drops there. Not bad at all. And that finishes full Darox. So now the only Barrows items we're missing are Torag's hammers, Verax helm, and Verax flail. Which realistically I could just purchase those. Those are not expensive ones. So that means that any valuable Barrows drops we get going straight into profits. Very good. Well, that's one thing I'm not going to have to purchase. There is the Verax helm. Chest 171. We're still lucky. Still lucky. And then there were two. Hammers and flail. That's what I'm talking about. A Carol's leather top. Chest value 2 million coins. That's like, I'm pretty sure that's like the best. So that's fantastic. So, Carol's top 1.9. Aram's top 1.7. Aram's skirt 1.5. Yep. Literally the best thing I could possibly get. Amazing. More of those, please. And so ends these 50 Barrows chests. We got 5 items, which is still lucky, just not our average rate of luck. Although we did get a Carol's top, so we really can't complain. Still, very solid amount. But we're keeping the plate body and the helmet here. So we still get 3 things to sell. So I'm going to sell stuff, repair stuff, recharge the trident, buy some monkfish, and we'll see how much our total profit here is. It's going to be a lot. Everything repaired, recharged, restocked. We came out with 3.4 mil profit there. Add in our 1.8 mil, we got 5.3 mil cash. I think that's the most we've ever had. Very good. First thing we're going to do here is get our last 2 Barrows items. It's not going to be very expensive to get Torag's hammers and a Verax flail. Torag hammers. Verax flail. And now with this, any items we get from the barrels chest can go straight on the Grand Exchange. Because we have them all. Except for bolt racks, which we have so far successfully avoided getting any of, which is not that difficult. But that's good. And now, to spend a lot of this money, I'm going to fill in the final equipment slot that we had nothing good in with a one-and-done purchase of the Brimstone Ring. Half of my money for an all-around item that we can use anywhere. It's got accuracy, defenses, strength bonus. It's just good. It's good for everything. Any combat I want to do, this will do nicely. And we don't have the attacker horn, so new tab. There we go. Brimstone Ring. Not our final large purchase, but we're definitely getting towards the end of things that I need to buy here. We've mostly got good enough stuff for anything we want to do. But I'm still going to need more money. But we're getting there. Continuing on with the unlocks, I'm going to get a Chaos Talisman. So now we can go to the Chaos Altar. Not that we want to, but would simplify a later quest where I need to go through the tunnels or the abyss or anything. Of course, the Chaos Talisman is the worst way to get there, but options, I suppose. Next item comes from the bank. And it might require an additional step here. We take ashes and a fruit blast. What a waste of perfectly good drink. I'm not going to do that. It's interesting how many quest items you can't make until you started the quest. So what we need to do now, head over here. And we haven't finished Cook's Assistant. Cop. What does this require? Bucket of milk? We don't have a bucket of milk. We're not going to have a bucket of milk. Okay. F. Needs to change. I moved a few things around. So eventually, the Dirty Blast will be possible. But not today. All these different things, requiring different things. It is a huge mess over here. So we're going to go get something easy first. A diamond. Technically, unlocks the crafting training method of cutting diamonds. That's probably fairly expensive, so that's probably not something I'm going to do. But a diamond is useful in and as a reward from many quests. So that is taken care of for the future. And speaking of quests, our next item comes from one. So let's head over to Zaya. Actually, we have everything we need right here. Typically, you would do this in Zaya if you were doing the quests as they progress without leaving for months on end. We just need to take a feather, use on the enchanted scroll, and bam. Enchanted quill. Now we can progress with Client of Corrend. Which is interesting. Also, this item doesn't leave a bank placeholder. Alright, that's okay. That's fine. Which is interesting, because Client of Corrend now changed to require X marks the spot. But since we started it before that change, we are grandfathered in to being able to do this quest. Which is very strange. As much as a lot of the things we're doing here should still be possible, that one is not. So if you were to, if you were silly enough to try to start this whole thing yourself, you would not be allowed to follow these exact steps anymore. Which is actually very interesting. It hasn't been too many updates that have changed what I'm doing or what I can do. If they want to release a dungeon full of things that start with Q and X, though, I'm going to be all over that. And when I go to that dungeon, I will go there with the Penance Torso, which is actually called the Fighter Torso. So, 4 strength bonus, decent defenses, obviously nowhere close to as good defensively as a Thorax plate body. It's better for ranging in, even worse for maging in. It's got like half-ish of the defense. Decent slash defense though. But the 4 strength is really what you're here for. The Fighter Torso. A fantastic item to have. Every time I've wanted to come to a Barbarian Assault, I've needed to use the minigames teleport. And now that we're done ever going to Barbarian Assault, I'm going to solve that problem, I guess. Not the best order to do things, but it's okay. This treasure scroll is from X marks the spot. I was looking at that too. I already had that. That's not a new unlock. Right, so to go very nicely with our Rings of Dueling, I'm gonna get some games necklaces. Maybe. Okay. Such a commonly traded item. You wouldn't think it would be off by 20+%. Yeah. Worth it, though. Very worth it. All these really nice teleports. Except for Tears of Guthix. Can't go to Tears of Guthix. Go to Wintertide, Corporal Beast, Berthorpe. All around a good item to have. Another good item to have, although not really right now, a far future possibility, but preempting the quest reward. I'm going to sink a little money into an unwieldable, for the time being, Helm of Nay It's Not. I can't equip that. Fremnik Isles. And Fremnik Isles requires Fremnik Trials. And Fremnik Trials requires so many things. So unfortunately, that's not going to be happening for a while. I have intentions of training all my skills up to some minimum level. What that will be, I'm not sure yet, but probably at least 60. And one of our weakest skills is smithing. Currently, we can make a handful of iron things, including iron knives, which, depending on the prices, might be a little profitable. We've got a decent amount of money, so I might consider making iron plate bodies instead. They are a significant loss, but with 5 bars at a time, they would be 5 times faster smithing experience. So that's something to consider. On the other hand, iron knives would be incredibly AFK, which is also something I'm looking for here. Continuing, as far as we can get it to go, jade items. We've got the jade. We've got the amulet and the unstrung, the bolt tips, the bracelet. So next up is jade dragon bolts. I'm sure there's so many of these on the market. Jade dragon bolt. We can wield it. That's something. Can't fire it. Don't even have a crossbow, except for this one, which we also can't fire. We have a bolt, we have a crossbow, but they are themselves incompatible, so oh well. It starts with J, and that's what's important here. So another kind of skipping into a quest. We're gonna get a Caramblon vessel. Typically, you would need to do the quest, talk to the guy, and he would give you one of the only Caramblon vessels in existence. But after the quest, you can buy them from a store and sell them to me. So now, we have a Caramblon vessel. Despite not even starting Typo 1I Trio. Although it looks like we could. Again, another quest with lots of different items in it. Including a banana, I believe, which is... B is one of the sticking points for me at this stage in the game. So we just get the Caramblon vessel. For L, I'm going to see if I can do this. If it goes poorly, we're going to have problems. But if that happens, I'm okay with it. I am prepared to move some stuff around. If we fail to chisel this limestone. And we succeeded, giving us the limestone brick. Apparently you can mess that up and make a rock. So, realistically, what I should have done in this situation is just purchase the limestone brick on the Grand Exchange. But I like to live dangerously. So there you go. Limestone brick. Useful. Good to have. In, among other things, construction. Which segues nicely into our next item. Mahogany planks. Also used in construction. Whether or not we're going to use any of these, really, in large quantities, is questionable. They're much more expensive than oak planks to use, so we'll see how that goes. We are building up a nice repertoire of all the possible things you can use in construction, so that'll be useful no matter what we decide to do. Next up, actually having to go places for a quest item. It was an absolute trek getting over here to Kebos. But we're here to attack a chicken. No, that's not right. We're here to talk to Gordon and start getting ahead. Unless our stamina potion expires. And then we will not start getting ahead. What? Oh. You gonna do this? Enemy the requirements. What are the requirements? There's requirements for this quest? Grumble, grumble. 26 construction. Okay. I can do that. That's the only requirement. I can do that. I intend to train construction as it is. Unfortunately, that means I get to run back here again. That's not great. Alright. 26 construction. Let's see how many planks we need for that. Looks like we're going to need around 110 oak planks. We already have the one, so we'll get 109. Oak plank. 109. Over this active trader price is more accurate, because that would save me a decent profit. Well, amount of coins. It's the opposite of profit, really. Yeah, a little bit of money back. That should be good enough to get us some construction levels. So we're going to need our money, saw, hammer, and we'll bring the noted planks. Except for all the inventory space. I'm not exactly sure where my house is, so we will teleport to the house. Probably a good idea. Alright. Enter build mode. And with our 15 construction, we can actually make use of these oak planks at one of these locations. This one, planks and nails, that's not it. Clockworking station, level 16. Repair space, 15. The limestone brick's gonna be good there. Get up to 55, we could repair our barrows gear for a little bit less money. So I might want to go to that before the next time I repair my barrow stuff, but that'll be good. So now, we can make repair benches. Over and over. We can probably move on to other items as we get levels that may or may not give us more experience because they use more planks. We only have a few to work here anyways, so. Crafting table. Was this more planks? Oh yeah, it's 4 planks. Look at that XP. Remove. You can upgrade that furniture rather than removing it. Remove. Okay, that's not great. As much as this is more planks, it's also much more annoying. So probably not going to do that one. We get anything at 17? Oh, this doesn't have an everything option. Back to repair benches. I will look into... I mean, we got this larder here. What level's that? It's like 27. 33. Ooh. Luckily, we don't need what's ever in the wooden larder, because we just got rid of that. Level table. We're smashing up everything. 32. Okay. I will figure this out. And we'll get the construction level that we need. A very quick task. 26 construction. I ended up making a few things. We got 2 tool stores here now. Not that we need them. Oak chairs. And an oak dining set. Which was the first unlock that used 4 oak planks. That was at level 22. Besides the clockmaker's bench, which I had to confirm removing every time, so. These are much better. Eventually we're going to get things that use more oak planks, like the larder and all that. But 4 at a time, not a bad start. And now we get to run all the way back to the Kebos lowlands. Fantastic. The weird part is, I don't even need construction for the first part of this. So it's more of a hard requirement for the quest. It's a bit of all over the place. To do this quest, need to talk to the people. Alright. So we can progress through this quest a bit. Talking to Mary. She explains a bit of what's going on here. And then we can use the pot of flour. And then we wait. Can we come back the next day? Not too often that we see days progressing in this game. Not that it really makes a huge difference. Let me just follow the flower over to this cave. And using our obviously superior equipment here, we come on in and fight this bear. Without a head, of course. See if we can figure out what his attack speed is. Do some prayer flicking. I've been doing a lot of prayer flicking at barrows. Oh, he's gonna slam. With only 43 prayer, I really need to prayer flick at barrows to make it last a decent amount of time. And the beast is dead. And it doesn't have bone. It doesn't have the head, though, so that's the problem. We can come over here, search the skeleton, and we get our item. Neelan's journal. He's dead now. He's dead now. We don't have the next items to continue getting ahead. So we're just going to take this journal, and we're gonna probably never return. Which might be a little concerning for them, since I set off to slay the beast and never return. They're probably not too surprised. Man comes in with accessories instead of equipment. I mean, the big axe is still pretty impressive, but still. Moving swiftly on. Gonna get myself an op semicolon. Nope. Opal. Useful. Again, I can't actually train crafting by cutting these because we don't have crushed gems. But it's not like I would have done that anyways, so. Another future possible quest item. Priest gowns. Very cheap item too. Not gonna complain about that. So we got stats this gives. 3 prayer. So not as good as my vestment robes, but not that bad. Priest gown. Still can't unlock anything that starts with Q. We are 18 rounds into this, and we've unlocked 1 of 5. And it's going to stay that way, realistically. Regicide, Fairy Tale Part 2, and the Quest Cape are still eons away. Unfortunately. Another thing that's a bit far away, but I mean, why not? Rockhammer. I don't know if we're going to be doing that much Slayer. Kind of depends how I feel. But if we get to 75, we're going to need the Rockhammer, so. Might as well get it now. Unlike a few of the other lower level Slayer related items, this one will actually continue to be useful into the future. So. Worth just getting that out of the way. For S, we're getting a very simple item. Silk. Multi-purpose. Good to have it. Starts with S. That's all the information I needed to decide that I wanted to get some silk. For T, we're going a little bit further afield. And getting a timber beam. Not an item that would be frequently brought to the Grand Exchange, I wouldn't expect, since it's only really useful right next to the place where you purchase it. But we can't yet purchase it there, so we are at the whims of whoever's silly enough to bring timber beams back. For 1,300 coins? Yeah, that's profit for them, though. Good for them. We're going to be doing some construction with these. Would planks have worked? I'm not sure. But we've got it unlocked. Next up, we need to go start another quest. Next quest to start, and then probably disappear for extended periods of time. It's the dig site quest. So we start by needing to be authorized at the museum. So we're given an unstamped letter. Starts with you. That's what I wanted. Looks like we should be able to wrap the rest of this up now. A few interesting choices. But overall, more progress to be made by unlocking the Firewatch legs, which will go nicely with our Firewatch top we already have. The watermelons, which we will eventually farm from the watermelon seeds. U, V, W. An optional cosmetic in the form of yellow hat for times where we're not really feeling like partying, I suppose. It does clip a lot with the axe, though, so probably gonna stick with the party hat. And finally, starting with Z, another Zamorak item. We're gonna get the stole. We're gonna get the stole for a higher price. We're gonna stole for a higher price. I managed to press 1 there somehow. Stole. 4. 10,000 coins. Nope, not 10,000 stoles. 1. Price. 10,000. Give me that stole. All that effort to get this stole. And we can't even wield it. Because we don't have 60 prayer. Last time, I failed to take out these items. But that's not happening this time. So let's offload this. And wrap it up. Could have traded this stuff off at any point we were at Barbarian Assault. But we might have went and got more things. So, wait until now is fine. A whopping 48,000 coins. Not bad. Now if we store everything we have here. Total bank value, 28.1 million. 2.5k cash stack. Every Barrow's equipment. Except for the bolt racks, I guess. All sorts of good stuff. New, very nice unlocks. Barbarian Assault completed. New training methods unlocked. And a future goal, which is going to be coming sooner than you might think. There is a big challenge next round. It's going to require a little bit of work to get there. But I'm sure I will manage. Or maybe not. We will see if we can rise to the occasion. Next time. Goodbye.